How are you? Just a couple of thoughts on a penny drop moment with the clients that I had today. I was having a chat with them, and it's lovely to see. Okay, so every so often you see this kind of a realization as to what's happening with their own system and the changes, So we're about 2 months in, and previously what they were doing was buying leads, ringing the leads, getting maybe 1 in 7, 1 in 8, doing the job, maybe ringing the odd lead back, but because they're busy and making money, feeling that they're doing okay. So now, that's great. Look, it's great when people are making money. It's a system, but there's always, for their system, there was a better way. Okay, so we're 2 months in. We create the ads, manage the ads. We qualify the people when they're bringing back in off the offer that has been created between ourselves and the client and ourselves. That goes out there, so it's attracting the ideal client that they want. On the phone with ourselves, the team qualifies. One of two things happen. Either the person is qualified enough that they go in and be booked in as part of our client system, so they ring them up, close the deal, go out and see them, or do the quote, then go out and see them. Pretty much, it's the conversion rate is very, very high, and I'll talk about that now. Second part is if the person hasn't, at the qualifier stage, if the lead is not, if it's not up to scratch as such, that maybe they don't want the work done immediately, or they're not quite ready. It's too far of a timeline out. We put them into a nurture sequence. Okay, and even over, say, the last 2 months, some of those leads have come back into the fold. Whereas previously, on admittance now with the client, that they would ring, they'd run out of leads, they might ring again, but they didn't have a system. They didn't have an email system, an SMS system. They didn't have a nurture system. Okay, so it's a very, very, very important part. Whatever about getting a lead in, nurturing the lead and qualifying the lead is important, but nurturing the lead is incredibly important. So, it felt really good to be able to show results, not just on getting leads or lead generation and qualifying them and booking them in, but on that part that's a consistent part that bridges the not quite ready to the ready. So it just means that you're reconnecting, or you're getting every part of every lead. You're making sure that they're not overlooked, that they're integrated into another phone call, that they're nurtured, and that the ones that aren't going to go into the system are genuinely bad leads. Sometimes people think, oh, that's a bad lead, whereas a lot of the time they haven't been explored, they haven't been nurtured correctly, they haven't been the actual haven't been dealt with correctly. Anyway, look, I've rambled on, it's late. The thing is, message here is to nurture leads is a hugely important part of the system. If you're looking for someone to do it, give us a shout. We do that. We up the amount of conversions that you get. We lower the amount of no-shows you get. We're here to make you money. Talk shortly.